Oh, my mic was muted. Vinicius needs to be dropping back. Bro, Morocco didn't come to play. Oh. Yeah. Like, they have been playing in the half of. Go! 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 Out! Mamush! I wanted to know if it was working out. This one? Yeah, yeah. To sign into this. Is there ever compose this? Wow. So they've played 9 minutes, and so far, I think Morocco is putting the pressure on Brazil. Man, I like the way the Moroccans are, taking possession of the ball. They are not under pressure. Like they are, people thought, not even people, myself, I was thinking that um, Brazil was going to be playing much of the ball and then Morocco will be sitting back. But it doesn't look like that. This will be a tough game. Drop your predictions in the comment section. Hmm. Okay, I see Rafinha doing his things. Okay. Go! Oh! Thiago! Oh, shit. That was an easy goal. That should have been a first goal for Brazil. That should have been a first goal for Brazil. What? Bro, how the goal is going, how the game is going, yeah. Wow, Kaka. Hey, the Brazil, the Brazil legends are all in this stadium. Ronaldo, Kaka, Roberto Carlos. Oh, I see. It'll be sad to lose having all these great footballers in the stadium. But right now, I think that Morocco is doing a good job because they are not sitting deep and then soaking the pressure from Brazil. Brazil is not even putting like any pressure on Morocco. I think like I think that it's kind of 50-50 right now, and both of them have like a chance of winning this game. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, so the ball possession is 50-50. The game is open, like anybody can win this game. I thought Morocco was going to, defend, but they are really showing Brazil that they are the African Brazil, as we call them. So they are really having a good game. Hmm. So looking at the player stats, you could see that Moroccans are really leading, having the higher ratings. Brazil is not having an easy game in this first half. So there's a corner kick. Vinicius. Okay, so like I said, it Morocco scoring first is not a surprise. Whoa, 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 whoa. The African Brazilians, the African Samba boys, the African Samba boys. Sabari, the African Samba boys, the African Samba boys, the African Samba boys, African Brazilians. Bro, share. What a ball. What a true ball. What? Wow. Beautiful. Loving. No chance for Allison. No chance. Hmm. Hmm. You are playing against the African champions. Oh, I mean, it was supposed to be Senegal, but on paper, Morocco Morocco won the AFCON, the recent AFCON. Morocco won, even though Senegal won it on the field. But on paper, Morocco won the AFCON. So you can't just think that you are going to roll over Morocco just like that. They call them the African Brazilians, and they are really showing Brazil that yes, we are the African Brazilians. Show them, Charlotte. Ah, no smile. So what is funny? Nothing is funny. Wow. Let's see, which team does he play? Oh, PSV. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see Morocco winning this game. I mean, worst case scenario, this would be a draw because the way we thought Brazil was going to, dominate in this game, that's not how it's going. It's really I'm not surprised though because when it comes to AFCON, Morocco is like, the Brazil of Africa. They keep the ball, they hold the ball. You would have to defend if you're playing against Morocco. But then in this case, there's a World Cup, and we were all thinking that Brazil was going to have much of the ball, and then Morocco was going to defend. But what's happening now? I'm not. That's not what's happening right now. I think Morocco. It's 50-50. I think Morocco is even having much of the ball than Brazil, and the results shows 1-0. And one thing I'm seeing that might go against Brazil is that they are wasting a lot of chances. Morocco is not really getting many chances, but then I feel like they are making use of the ones they make. And at the end of the day, what you want is, a win. So let's see how it goes. The African Brazilians, the African Brazilians, and Vinicius Junior is not going to get it easy with Hakimi on the right. So the first break is done. Let me know in the comment section your prediction for this game. So the Moroccans are having a good shape even without the ball. No, that's too long. Ancelotti is, in his suit, quiet, thinking about what to do. Wow, this is football. The Moroccans are displaying. Bim! Oh, mm, wow. So now the Moroccans have moved into, Brazil's half. I like the way they are pressing Brazil. Like they are not sit down, they are pressing. Once they lose the ball, they start pressing. Hey, Diaz, Brahim Diaz. That Douglas at the number three is having a hard time with Brahim Diaz. And it seems like Morocco is going to be getting, a lot of set pieces because I hope they make use of those set pieces. Wow, that's a good pass. Wow. Pass! Bro! Just pass the ball. Pass! Oh. One thing I dislike is not being certain, being confused. Like, if you want to shoot, shoot. If you don't want to shoot, don't shoot. If you want to pass, pass the ball. If you don't want to pass, just do whatever you want to do with the ball, but be certain. Don't just be confused. Nice ball. Hey, football. Oh, beam. Pass. Pass. What? Oh no. Wow. Look at where Hakimi is from two to the midfield. Wow. These Moroccans, hey, like the confidence with the ball, like they are really playing the ball. They are just being themselves. Like no pressure. You are Brazil, so what? We are the African Brazil. Bro. Like I don't even see Rafinha in this game because the defense. Go, Vinny! Hey! Vinny! That was a good one. 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 Not gonna lie. Vamos, 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 vamos. Let's go, vamos. Wow. We are Brazil. But you were two. I don't know how he got that ball again. Vamos. He just needs to come back, drop to the midfield when they are defending, so that they can have control of the midfield. If you don't drop, see right now, you see he's not dropping back, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And these Moroccans, they need to make use of the set pieces. Right now, they have like two or I think three set pieces. All right. So Casemiro takes the first yellow card. This is the I think fifth set piece is I think fifth set piece Morocco has gotten, and they need to make use of these. Need to make use of these set pieces because look at Vinicius. Just one drop back you did. You won fans. Wow. Drop your predictions in the comment section. So far, it's 1-1. And how the Moroccans are playing, I think right now, I don't know, something is changing in their game. They are not pressing as hard as they were when they started the game. Now, it seems like Brazil is having much of the ball now. Pass. Oh, no. That's a nice pass. Nice ball. So now the game has changed. Now, much of the game is being played in the Moroccans half. Well, but I feel like okay, well, the Moroccans are also still maintaining their shape, but there's something wrong. It seems like their person has reduced, and I think this is not because they scored the first goal. Just like African teams, that is what they normally do. Once they score the first or second goal, they just or when they are leading, they seems to relax. That is what I'm seeing here because they started really well and they were having much of the ball. They were pressing for the ball after they lose it. But seems right now, I don't know. Especially Africa, all the African teams, Ghana, I think Senegal normally does that, but then that is what I'm seeing in the Moroccan team. I just hope, oh, ouch. I just hope they can have another goal before the first half. That will really boost their morale because right now it seems the Brazilians are coming into the game. But Hakimi should be careful though because he comes like way too far. Like if Vinicius gets a counter attack, he's going to make them suffer because like he's really gonna hurt Morocco. Hmm. Yeah. So now the game, the pace of the game is really slow now. I think Brazil is just trying to cool the game, and Morocco wants to play like a fast game, like a fast-paced game. No, that's not a foul. Get up. Let's use a hit. Yeah, bro. Make it easy. Make it easy, bro. Yeah, look at it. Nah, that's a yellow card, bro. You can't just do that. I'm not seeing Rafinha in this game that much, anyway. Okay, nice one. Was that not a foul, ref? What? Vinicius. So now Vinicius has dropped back to the middle, trying to help the midfield, and I think that's a good thing because if you don't drop back to support the midfield, then that is where Morocco will take control of the middle. Bro, that was not a foul, bro. Come on. So we have 1 minute to the first half, and it's still 1-1. And let me see. So the possession now is Brazil has played 56% and Morocco 44. Yeah, something changed in the Moroccans game. I don't know what's going on, but so now I think Morocco is trying to hold on to the ball and they are in the Brazilians half. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Yeah, in the I think I like the way Vinicius is playing now for the last 20 minutes. He has been dropping back, supporting the midfield, and also, attack when they have the ball. I just wish he is playing like this in Madrid because go, woo, wow, Lucas, that would have been a lovely goal. So Brazil have a corner kick, two corners for Brazil so far. Morocco hasn't gotten any corner yet. Woo! That was very close. Nah, VR cannot check for a corner. Hmm. Nah, Vinicius released the ball. That's not a foul, bro. He cannot be holding on to onto the ball. Nah, that's not a foul. Oh, that could have been a foul though. Yeah, that could have been a foul. Yeah. All right. So the referee has ended the first half, and the score is 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. I think this game is a tough one because uh, both teams are playing the same formation, and then they are all like giving it their all. So that is how it's going to be. I'm not surprised that it is 1-1, and um, I think in the first 10 minutes, Vinicius was just doing what he used to do in Madrid. You know, just attacking and then not supporting the defenders, or sorry, not supporting the midfielders, not drawing back, dropping back to help the midfielders. But then I think after they scored and he equalized, he realized that he has to be doing that job. So for the last 20 minutes or 25 minutes, like he really did a good job. He was dropping back a lot, even in the midfield, distributing passes. So right now, looking at the stats, so Brazil has played um 54% of the, like they had 54% of the ball possession, and then Morocco with 46. Total shots, Brazil had 6 and Morocco 12. Yeah, because they had much of the ball earlier, I think, until the last um 20 minutes, or yeah, 20 25 minutes that Brazil came into the game. But then shots on targets, Brazil had two, Morocco had two. Big chances, 1-1, and then Brazil had two corners which they couldn't convert it into a goal, and Morocco didn't have any corner yet. Passes, Brazil had 87%. That is 224 out of 257 passes, while um, Morocco had 188 out of 218, passes. Brazil had two, yellow card, Casemiro having one, of course. And shots, let's see, shot on target. Brazil has two, Morocco has two, and shot blocks. Morocco has six. Hmm. So they have the same shot on target. Yeah, but I feel like Morocco really started well. Morocco really started well, but okay, free kicks they have 8-8. Okay, okay. I feel like Morocco really started well, but along like I don't know, something happened during the game. I don't know what changed. Either Brazil changed their tactics, or the players had to put in more effort because like I said, Vinicius had to start dropping back, and I think that really helped because Morocco was having much of the ball in the midfield, and that was what happened. Even if you look at the goal that came, um, that was the Moroccans were in the middle, and that made it possible for the attackers to be running into spaces, and that is why what was the name, Sabari had that true ball to score. Yeah, so looking at the ratings of the players, Diaz has the highest, which is 7.8. Sabari have 7.4. Sabari has some. Bruno has 7.2. Vinicius 7.2. So yeah, so the Brazilians are now coming into the game, and I feel like let me look at the bench of these teams. If anybody can come in to change the game. Okay, so they have Konya. Don't you know Emerson Endrick? I see Endrick um, coming in. I don't know if he's going to come in for Thiago, but I see Endrick coming in. Ancelotti really likes Endrick, so we will see what he can bring to the game. I see Martinelli also coming in. I see Martinelli also coming in. Uh, Edison, I don't know. Yeah, so far so good. I feel like the Moroccans are not bad. They just have to maybe increase their intensity in recovering the ball, just as they started. They were doing pretty good, but when it got to I think the 20th minute, um, the Brazilians started taking control of the midfield, and I think that was giving them the problems. Tactically, I feel like both teams were doing pretty well. Um, just that, like I said, in the first 20 minutes, Brazil attackers were not helping the midfield, so Morocco had control of the midfield. Like much of the ball was with Morocco, and they were even playing the half of the Brazilians. But now it seems like it is changing because Vinicius is dropping back to support Bruno and Casemiro, and then also going back when there is an attack. And one thing I also realize is that Hakimi needs to be careful, even though Hakimi, supports the strikers by, moving forward and providing those crosses and even shooting, and even shooting. But I feel like though it is good, it's also risky because when Vinicius is very sharp, so when Vinicius gets that chance, he will punish Morocco. So I don't know how they're going to go about it, but I feel like even though he's moving, he has to be covered. Yeah, I feel like he's moving, he needs to be covered because um, if Vinicius gets that space or that opportunity, he will take it. I'm not really seeing much of Rafinha in this game. I'm not seeing much of Rafinha in this game. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because he didn't really play much of um, Barcelona's game last season, so I feel like his performance is not that up there as we expected. But yeah, let's see what he can do in the second half because his rating in the first half is even. Let me see what he has. He has 6.1. Yeah, he hasn't really been that good today. He hasn't really been that good today. But yeah, in the second half, we will see what the Brazilians can do. Right now, what I would say is that the Moroccans need to um, be fast with their transitions and then make sure that they are pressing because if you allow Brazil to have much time with the ball, he give them time to think about what to do with the ball. That is deadly. That is lethal. Like it's lethal because Vinicius is now dropping back to the midfield, and that gives Rafinha and Lucas more options. So I think that they should do something about pressing when they are trying to recover the ball. That will help. And Hakimi is moving too much. He has to be careful because if he doesn't take care, Vinicius would punish him. So let's see how the second half goes. I feel like now the defenders of the Americans are now, I don't know, trying to make simple mistakes, and they can also punish them with that. So they have to really be careful with that too. But looking at the goal from Vinicius, the goal was a powerful one. Like it was really a good ball, like a good goal. That Kellen, there was nothing the keeper could do about that. And the Moroccan goal too is a striker's goal. It's a striker's goal. That goal was nice. It's a lobbing. Well, I just wish they can just start with that intensity they started the first half because I think that even put some fear in the Brazilians because the Moroccans were having much of the ball and the control. When you do that, when you start with that intensity, it puts some pressure on your opponents. So the Brazilians might not even be able to move forward. So I feel like the Moroccans should at least start with that pressure to keep Brazil in shape. Try to keep Brazil on the edge so that they cannot try to put that pressure on them rather. So I feel like that is something they can do. But yeah, but I mean, I didn't. I wouldn't say like I'm surprised because Morocco, they're African Brazilians, so uh, the 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 display they are making is it's not really surprising. They have the quality, they have the players, and the tactics they are using is kind of working for them. Yeah, I think they should just stay to their plan and then try, like I said, try and press more. I think when they relax, they give Brazilians the opportunity to think and make the right choice. So they should increase their intensity when it comes to pressing and recovering the ball. Also running into spaces. That is something they can also try and do. But if you allow Brazil to have much of the ball, that is where they're gonna, create those chances, and then once they allow Brazil to have more chances, the rate at converting those chances is very high, especially having clinical players like Vinicius and Rafinha. So I feel like they have to try and press more. Vinicius is going to get a card. Mhm. So yeah, so the second half is about to start, and yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm just hoping Morocco can. I mean, so far no changes have been made, so just hoping Morocco can just make use of the set pieces that they get in this half. So Brazil is making a change. Danilo and Fabinho is coming in. So Danilo came in for Ibanez and Casemiro because he has a yellow card. I think that is a good call because we don't want to risk it. Let's see what change those players can bring. And Fabio is coming, you know, he'll be playing from the middle. And let's see what he brings. Okay, now, so Rafinha is kind of doing pretty well in this half, even though they just started. Yeah, see, him having more touches to the ball. So let's see how that goes. Now Brazil have a corner now. So that's another corner in the second half. Brazil having two corners. Let's see if they can convert it. No. So there's a foul against Bruno. Woo! No, that's a card. That is a card, Rev. That Mamouche was from Morocco. I don't know why he didn't make it. Let me see. Oh, is he injured? All right, so Morocco is coming into the game. And let's see what they can do. Ancelotti and the game. Go! Woo! Thiago. Brazil had another shot on target and that should have been converted. Yeah. And I'm still not seeing Rafinha more in this game. Like, okay, now he gets the ball. Oh, woo, that was the wrong pass. One on one, Vinny. Run on. No, no. Okay, you still have the ball advantage. Hmm. This game is very aggressive. Like, yeah. So right now, it looks like the Moroccans are now having much of the ball, and so, strike two. Okay, I'm back. This ball might end up being a tie because right now you don't even know who is, controlling the midfield. You don't know who has the upper hand when it comes to the midfield because it is really choked. That's a foul. Yeah, drop your predictions in the comment section. If you think this is going to end in a draw, or if Brazil is going to score the winning goal. Personally, I think it might be a 1-1 because how, like, they are all fighting for the midfield, and then the wingers or attackers of both teams are not doing anything extraordinary. So I don't know. Whoa, it's hitting me with the ball, bro. No, that's not foul. Come on. Oh yeah, he hit him. If only Rafinha can, step up a little bit to create more chances for Brazil, they can maybe have another goal. But we are not seeing anything extraordinary from him. The middle is choked. You don't even know who has control. Like, so you're not seeing any of the teams creating like correct chances. Like, it's just going up and down. Hmm. Oh, that was too long. That ball was too long. What? That could have been a mistake that you would have caused them a goal. Yeah. So looking at the bench of Brazil, the only person I see there is Hendrick. I don't know um what he can bring to this game, but I know he will surely come. I see Cunha, and is it Hendrick? Okay, no, Hendrick. Cunha is coming into this game. So Cunha is coming from for Lucas. So that means he's going to play two strikers now, Thiago and Cunha at the top. Oh, okay. So Thiago is also coming out for Luis Enrique. I don't know who this player is, but Luis, let's see what he can also do. But Morocco is not making any change. What? Well, maybe they don't. The best players they have are those in the field. So let's see. Hmm. Oh, so Fabio has had an accident right now. He's bleeding his mouth and nose. I don't know what happened, but I think he's bleeding right now. I didn't see that crash though. Oh, let's see. So Diaz is coming out for Talbi. I don't know why Diaz is going out because he has been the player who has been, pressing Douglas. So I don't know why. Yeah, and he has the highest rating among the Moroccans, but I don't know why he's going out. Oh, hey, the Brazilians are now putting pressure. Here now, we are seeing more of Rafinha trying to run into spaces and creating that chances. So yeah, let's see if they can continue and be doing that. I think that would help. That may allow them to score another goal. Oh, no, that's intentional. Yeah, so I think they're going for their break, their water break. Yeah, so far in the second half, I think that um their game is still not really, decided. As in, you see a lot of back and forth. The Brazilians are now having more, of the ball, more control than the Moroccans. Looking at the stats now, Brazil is still having like 59% ball possession, and Morocco is having 41%. Okay, so that's the total. Looking at in the second half, Brazil is having 69 and Morocco is having 31. And Brazil have three shots, one on target. Morocco has none. Yeah, so in the second half, Brazil is really doing better than Morocco. They just have to try and convert some of those chances, because one thing about Morocco is that they will not get a lot of chances, but then the little they get, they will punish you for that. So I feel like Brazil should at least make sure to convert one, because Morocco had in the first half, Morocco had the first chance they had, they scored. So I am hoping that they just don't create the chances and leave it at that, else they will be laughing. Like, sorry, they will be crying at the end of the day, and Morocco will be laughing at the end of the day, because they will make use of those little chances they create. So yeah, and Rafinha is now coming into the game. Like, I don't know why it's taking that long to pick up the momentum, but yeah, now Brazil is playing two strikers. Manchester United Cunha is now playing with Thiago. So I feel like they came in today's game for the 3 points, but it looks like Morocco is trying to at least get a draw and then see how it goes with the other teams. But I feel like they have like an equal potential, because they started very well in the first half. In the second half, they started very bad. But I feel like they can still convert. They have an attack now. They can still convert. Oh, okay, they lost it. They can still try and at least get another goal. Ooh. That was close. That was close. Morocco nearly scored another goal. That was really close. Oh. Yeah, but honestly, Brazil should be leading by now. They are having more of the chances and they are not converting them. So the funny thing is, the few ones Morocco will get, they'll convert it. I should speed. So Morocco is attacking now. Oh, that's good. Wow. Yeah, so we have like 25 minutes more. Sorry, 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes more, and it's likely to be a draw. I won't be surprised. It's likely to be a draw. Now, Morocco is having the ball, pressing the Brazilians. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Morocco, nobody's there. Dang. Woo. Rafinha was close to scoring the winning goal. He didn't get the ball. Got Neymar. Think Hendrick will be coming in now. I think the Americans have like really fought in this game, and they didn't give Brazil an easy game. Not at all. Like it's really a balanced game, even though the game keeps the midfield keeps changing. Like sometimes it keeps moving from the hands of Brazil to Morocco, Morocco to Brazil, and that tells you the kind of game this is. It's a difficult game, so I'm not surprised this ends in a draw, 1-1. Morocco can get a goal before the 90th minute. Now Morocco is having more of the possession, and oh, they are all the way in Brazil's half, and now Brazil has a counter right now. Let's see what they can do with the ball right now. Cunha is moving in. Cunha has a corner, so Brazil has a corner now. Oh, it's a goal kick. They canceled the corner. Yeah, I think that was the right call though. E. Morocco was close to making a mistake, like a free ball, like dashing the ball to Brazil from a back pass by Issa. This Issa, if you don't know, go and ask Brahim Diaz. The way the Moroccans will kill you. Bro, you can't be making those mistakes. What? That was a bad back pass. Oh, Bono really had did well to cover that ball. That would have been this guy's last call up and last game for Morocco. Hmm. Yeah, that was a bad accident. The player is looking into the camera. So Zidane and his son are in the stadium too. Like legends. We have a lot of legends in the stadium. That's a nice pass. You should have given that pass, bro. Should have given that pass. Vinny is playing with this ball. It's likely Morocco can have the winning goal if there is a game. Sorry, if there is a goal in this game, I think it could go to Morocco because in this last 10 minutes, Morocco is really pressing and having much of the ball. And it's looking like the Brazilians are even tired because in the last 5 minutes, more of the pressure is coming from um, the Moroccans. That's nice. What? 10 minutes. So now they played 90 minutes and they added 10 minutes. Additional time, 10 minutes. Oh. Wow, Brazil nearly got a goal, but Bruno has been outstanding today. Like, he has really made some good saves. So Morocco is getting a lot of set pieces, and um, it's not that I'm disappointed, but then I feel like they could have, they should train more on converting set pieces because that is also part of the game. You can't have a lot of set pieces and then you don't make that, um, you know, very threatening. Like it has to be, you have to be able to convert some of these set pieces. So moving forward, I think that is something they can work on because in this game they had a lot of them, but it's like it wasn't really a serious attempt, close to scoring a goal. So I think they should work on that. Wow. So yeah, it was obvious that this ball was going to be a draw from the first half, and at the beginning of the second half, you could tell that, bro, this game is going to be 1-1 because both teams had a good day. Let's say they had a good day because the midfield was not, uh, you know, you couldn't tell which team had the midfield. You couldn't tell which team had control of their midfield. It was just changing from like Morocco, Brazil, Morocco, Brazil. So it was difficult to tell. Nobody was really having that edge or control over the other when it comes to the midfield. And their attackers were not that clinical this in this game. So I feel like yeah, this 1-1 score is fair. It's fair. It's fair. This 1-1 score is fair. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. If Morocco or Brazil could have done better, I feel like they could have done better, especially when it comes to converting their chances. They had a lot of chances more than Morocco, so I think they should do better if they are able to convert most of their chances. That would be really great. So yeah, that was a this game was a good one, even though I was expecting it to be like a very like a competitive game, with high pace, but it wasn't like that. So yeah, let's see what happens in their next matches. But after all, I think like 1-1 was fair. All right. I'll see you in the next live, and let me know in the comment section if this game met your expectation. All right.